My name is Clay Cartland, and my character is Major Evans. Major Evans is he's kind of a prick. He got this position of authority by knowing a guy who knew a guy who knew a guy. So now that he has it, he feels rightful to just be a douchebag to everyone he meets, which is great for me. So I can do that. People should watch Absolution just because it's... Basically, because shows about aliens are hot right now. As you can see, there's like 5 new shows with aliens that just popped up on ABC. But this one's different in the sense that the aliens aren't just like these mindless drones. They're actually like doing things. They come down to Earth. They don't mean us any harm, but there's like that one rogue alien. It's not a whole race coming down. I think that was interesting. It's a really great cast on Absolution. The writing's good. It's a really original idea, and I just like the whole premise of it. The fact that it's like in the web series format, which can be, you know, just kept more current. It's more easily accessible these days, and just a lot of really good talent. Plus, everyone on the show that I know of, at least, is really, really deep into sci-fi. It's just out of a general love for sci-fi. They're not trying to make money out of it. I mean, we would like to make money though. The other actors in the show that I've worked with before, I've worked with Chris Broom before, which she played opposite me in a show. We did the musical Assassins together, and she played Squeaky Fromm, I played John Hinckley, and I had to be, I'm 6'2", and she's like shorter, so I had to be scared of this like little pocket rocket woman, and I had no problem with that because that girl is fierce. That's also the same set where I met Caitlin O'Neill, who I've seen her be about 1,000 different people since I first met her, and each one of them is like more interesting to the next. So I'm really anxious to see what they bring into it. Plus, there are people in the show that I just hear of, like legends of them, like Ken Clement. I just hear stories about him, like, oh my God, you're doing the show with Ken Clement? I'm so jealous of you that you're working with Ken Clement. Talk about Ken Clement. Where's Ken Clement? So I'm really interested in getting to know him. I love sci-fi because it's always piqued my interest ever since I was a kid. Like, my mother used to sit down with me and watch Star Wars, and ever since then it's like everything I can get my hands on. And her and I both were into anything that can just be outside in this realm of just like fantasy, science fiction, where, I don't know, it just seems like you break beyond the limits of things that you're used to, and it's a lot more interesting for me than some of the other stuff that's out there. It's cool that the show is using South Florida actors, because being an actor, especially in a place like South Florida, you get really, really frustrated when so many people bring actors from New York or LA. It's like, first of all, I don't think your geography should determine how talented you are, because that's just not true. Second of all, people down in South Florida, they all know each other. There's already like a unit, like a cohesion that they all have together. There's already like a familial sense in the cast, which just makes it a lot easier to play with. The web series format, and the reason why I like it, is because for the most part, a web series is a lot shorter than a regular show. It keeps your attention a little bit better. You know, it doesn't drag out. It has this much time to get its point across. It doesn't have time to fill it up with all these unnecessary plot points and things that aren't going to matter later. Not to mention that it's a lot easier to go and get some internet at like a Starbucks or at a laundromat even, than have to go sit down, get your TV ready, make sure that you're there from 8 to 8:30, because God forbid you're there at 8:31, because then you're going to miss it. Web series, you get to watch it whenever you want to. It's more accessible to you. I actually don't know who Ryan Hoagie is. He sounds to be some sort of a submarine captain to me. I don't know why it just reads that way. Maybe Hoagie. Captain Hoagie? I am beyond excited to do a show like this. Just the more I think about it, the more I get into it. It's kind of like the dude who thought up bottled water, and everyone around him was like, no man, don't bottle that water. That's the worst idea ever. And then he bottled it, and now he's living in like this giant bottled water mansion. It's like you're on the ground floor of something great. You just look at it and it's really interesting. It grabs you and you're like, I want to do that. And I was there first.